There are 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Klay is wearing his headband. He has a mismatch on the perimeter. And what happens next?
Klay's got Jared Allen on a switch. He went to reach, and Klay down the lane!
Oh my goodness, guys. I wasn't expecting that on Klay's return. The league is in trouble. Klay Thompson has finally made his NBA return after 941 days. And in this video, we're going to completely analyze his first game back and then see what that means for the Golden State Warriors going forward. First off, it was a bummer that Draymond Green had that calf tightness and couldn't play in Klay's return. Still though, it was an awesome gesture by Coach Kerr to allow Green to start the opening tip-off alongside his 2 Splash brothers before he took himself out of the game. After the game started for real, I was wondering at what time exactly and what type of shot is Klay going to open with, but it didn't take long for my question to get answered. Here's the play, and here's Klay by the sideline. JTA is about to set the pin down screen on Klay's defender, and after that, Wiggins is going to connect on the pass.
Klay.
At this point, although Klay got by his initial defender, there looks to be a ton of traffic by the rim, but that wasn't about to stop him.
And Klay down the lane, will put it up and in!
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Klay Thompson's first NBA basket after sitting out for 941 days. Klay's next shot is funny enough. The exact same pin down screen that was used earlier. This time, however, instead of attacking the basket, Klay moves out to the perimeter and initially it's a wide open shot. But Evan Mobley's 7'4" wingspan at the last second might have affected the shot just slightly. The next shot from Klay was another 3-pointer, but this one was contested really well. On this next play, Klay was matched up against the 7-footer, Lauri Markkanen on the perimeter. Klay drove right, and it would have been kind of hard to finish at the rim with all the 7-footers by the basket, so he turned around for a fadeaway. This basket didn't go in, it was a little short, but Klay got all the separation he needed for a clean look. Once he gets used to NBA basketball again, this will be an easy bucket for him. Anyway, the Warriors got the ball back, and Klay immediately let it fly. Just like his last shot, however, this one was in line, but just a tad short. After the game, Klay said he was completely nervous in that first quarter, but continued to say that when the second quarter came around, it was just back to basketball. And with that being said, let's move on to the second quarter. Klay came into the game with 4 minutes and 23 seconds left to go, and right off the bat, he made an impact. Now, this clip isn't about a shot he made, but because he's such an elite shooter like Steph, he draws the same defensive attention. Here's Otto Porter Jr. Both defenders are about to stick onto Klay, and because of that, Porter uses the opportunity for a fake dribble handoff to attack the rim. As the defense collapses, however, he finds a wide open pool in the corner who splashes a tray. Just like his fellow Splash brother Steph, Klay Thompson has the ability to consistently draw double teams to get the offense started for the Warriors. Moving on to the next play. Klay gets the ball in the restricted area, but because Allen is there to block the shot, Klay instead turns around for the 9-foot fadeaway. Klay's already in the air before Allen even gets his hands up, but just misses the shot. This was a pretty good shot quality by Klay, and he'll eventually start knocking these down with regularity. Anyway, this next play was Klay's way of saying, "I'm back." Here's Klay on the perimeter again. The 6'11" Jared Allen matched up with him, and Klay's about to beat him off the dribble. Well, he's about to do more than just beat him off the dribble.
Klay's got Jared Allen on a switch. He went to reach, and Klay down.
To be honest, when Klay went up in the air like that, I froze for a second. Time stopped. I could hear my heart beating, and then I said to myself, "Don't dunk it, man. Don't dunk it." Anyway, I'm glad he made the dunk and landed well, and I think I'm gonna use this dunk for my thumbnail. Anywho, back to the game. On this next play, Klay gets matched up with the 6'1" Darius Garland. There's a 5-inch difference between the two, so Klay uses that to his advantage. He does a 1-foot mid-range fadeaway, and again, this is another decent quality shot that just didn't go in. The next shot was Klay's first NBA triple after 2 years. Otto Porter drove in and drew the defense, leaving Klay Thompson wide open.
Otto Porter getting around Allen.
I mean, look at that. There's no one even close.
There's a good look at a three. There it is!
Look at Klay here. He's probably saying something like, "Another day, another dollar." Oh, and one thing I want to take note here really quickly is how much better the spacing gets with Klay on the floor. I mean, check this out. Here's Curry with the ball. He's about to drive left to attack the rim. Now, normally the defender on the corner would help a bit, but because Klay is such a lethal shooter, his defender sticks on him completely, allowing a clear lane to the basket for Curry.
Warriors' biggest lead has been 9-6 right now. Curry all the way to the iron.
Sheesh, guys. I'm going to guess that Curry's going to get a lot more scoring opportunities whenever Klay is on the floor with him. Anyway, let's move on to the third quarter now. And Klay came out scorching hot right here.
See Stevens trying to slow down Klay Thompson. That's a tough baseline jumper.
He starts off with a tough baseline jumper. Then soon after that, Klay probably makes the prettiest shot of the night. Here's Klay on the perimeter matched up against Markkanen again.
Let me handle him.
Klay takes 3 dribbles to the right, stops on a dime just past the free throw line, and then just gets enough separation for a 13-foot fadeaway. Was that sweet or what, guys? Moving on here. Here's Klay in transition. He's about to get the ball from JTA for an in-rhythm jumper from distance.
Klay for 3.
With that shot, Klay scored 7 points in about 2.5 minutes, and it was about this time that I realized Klay Thompson is officially back. He's making a similar comeback to how Durant did last season, and it won't be long until he's back to 100% of what he used to be. Anyway, let's move on to the fourth quarter now. Klay subs into the game at the 9:39 mark. He misses his first mid-range shot, which was pretty well contested. He misses his next shot as well, but it was a high-quality look that he should be taking. Let me show you what I mean. Here's Klay by the sideline. He's about to use the Looney screen to free himself up from his defender. Next, he's going to do a 1 dribble towards the basket, then fade away at the free throw line.
But not so for Rajon Rondo.
That's just an open free throw line jumper. It was just a tad short, but I wanted to emphasize the point that Klay is getting quality looks at the basket. And this next shot, ladies and gentlemen, is Klay's last made shot of a season opener. Here he is on the perimeter with Looney setting up the screen. Look at what he does next.
Easy. Klay 3. Yes, sir.
That was a boss shot by Klay. I mean, his defender even fought over the screen, but Klay didn't even blink before taking the shot. Anyway, with regards to the quality of shots that Klay was taking, most of them were pretty solid overall. For the night, he was 7 for 18 from the field, but there were at least 4 or 5 that would be easily makeable. But it's just a matter of Klay getting his groove back and getting used to the NBA speed. But truth be told, he honestly looks like he barely missed a beat. Anywho, I talked about the offense a ton here. Now let's take a look at some of Klay's defensive plays. For the most part, it was pretty solid, but let's take a look at a few of them. Klay here closes out a bit late, and his momentum carried him forward. Stevens attacked and got to the rim. In this clip here, Darius Garland uses a 1 dribble step back, but I liked how Klay got his hands up early to bother the shot just a bit. In this next clip, again, Garland matches with Klay and tries a couple of moves. Klay eventually blocks him, but then gets called for a foul. In the replay, however, it looks like Klay didn't even touch him. In this clip here, Klay gets matched up with the 7-foot Evan Mobley. Despite the speed and niftiness of Mobley, Klay manages to stay in front of him without fouling. And although the rookie eventually gets the bucket, Klay played some pretty solid defense here. All in all, it was a pretty solid first game by Klay. He made the first shot of the game, made the dunk of the night, put on some pretty moves, and he also dropped a few bombs from distance to get the crowd into it. He wasn't as efficient as he would like, but give him a few weeks, and once he gets his legs back underneath him and his in-game rhythm back, this Warriors team is about to go from great to dangerous. The big question surrounding the return of Klay was, how much is he going to look like the 2019 Finals Klay? Well, from my perspective, I'm going to put that number at about 85% from what I've seen of him in the first game. But it won't take long until he gets back to form, and just like Kevin Durant, I can see Klay getting back close to 100% really, really soon. Hashtag the Splash Brothers are back, hashtag yay area. Anyway, on to a different topic. Steph Curry has been in some kind of weird shooting slump the past month or so, and I wanted to take a deeper look into it, so I analyzed it completely and made this video for y'all right here. There may be more than meets the eye, you can judge for yourself, because I don't want to spoil it here for everyone. So just click the video, and like always, I'll be on the other side.